No big deal. Just a gondola floating by my window. Buongiorno tutti. So I guess it's not really a big surprise. The little contest we ran, I was coming to Venice. Oops, right there. Everybody guessed Venice. Of course it's going to be Venice. I've never been. It seems like my kind of town. Water everywhere, boats, and bridges. There's so many bridges, and there's so many lights and so many little things. Like I could be out here forever taking night photos of bridges and lights off of canals and stuff. It's amazing. But of course, I got lost this afternoon trying to figure out the way the alleyways work, and it's really interesting because Palermo's alleys were cool and very narrow. Naples, same kind of thing, less narrow. Florence has both, but like some big alleyways, right? But Venice is cramped. There's all kinds of alleyways that you can barely get two people through, and some have you have to duck down to get through, and you're like, am I going the right way? So that was part of it. So yeah, today I got lost. So about 15 minutes ago, I was legit lost. I had no idea where I was. The streets are so narrow, the sky is just clouded. There's nothing for me to orient myself. And I was going, none of the streets, none of those alleyways are straight. A lot of them just go into dead ends, and I was legit lost. And I had told myself, just, take a break from taking photos first. Just get a lay of the land and keep your phone in your pocket, right? And yeah, I got lost. I had no idea where I was. And then eventually I got to the sea, which was what my plan was, and now I'm in this massive piazza with these massive buildings, and of course the basilica's behind me. And I think I'm going to figure out how to go climb that thing. Not today. But yeah, lost and then found. Venice, man. But of course that wasn't the end of it. I got lost today because, I just wanted to. But this evening, when I'm trying to get around to a few places, I'm trying to use my maps and all that kind of stuff. And I don't think Google understands where the bridges are and where you have to pay for a boat. So I really went out of my way this evening trying to get here. But it was a nice walk. Put in some steps. So behind me is the big tower, which I'm hoping to go up. And over here is the other island, one of the other islands, San Grigio. And then of course, back here too is the palace. Where's the palace? Oh, it's not really lit up. It's back here. Yeah, it's just amazing. I was really taken aback about how pretty it is here. One of the reasons why I came here was obviously the sights, and definitely the photos that I'm going to be taking are just going to be fantastic. I'm very excited about just anywhere taking some photos, especially the night photos and like I said, on the water and everything. But the history here, like Venice is Venice. I mean, what else is there to say? It was it's their 1600th anniversary. Well, it was last year, I think. But they're still celebrating the 1600 anniversary, which is fantastic, especially considering it was like a post-Roman town, right? As legend has it, it was founded on the lagoon here because they were retreating from the barbarians invading Rome, and in order to protect themselves, they built their houses on the water. you know. And I mean, it's that in and of itself is a fascinating thing too, because apparently everything here is what they do is they stick poles in the ground, and then they stick a whole bunch, just like that science experiment that you do with when you lie on a bed of nails. And that's what they did with these big posts, right? And this whole place is held up by these basically huge pieces of wood. And over the years they replace them occasionally, but what's really interesting is when they're in the water, they kind of harden. And we've all seen that too, like how driftwood hardens like that. And so yeah, it winds up being like better than concrete, you know. And of course, every now and again, the place floods. And I hope it doesn't do that while I'm here. But you know, other than that, it smells funky, because it's the sea, right? And it really brought me back, you know, to like, oh yeah, this is water, you know, gross, but this is the smell of water. But then you start to appreciate it too, right? And then you associate it with all of that, right? So I can't wait to get started. In fact, I did it again, you know, like I'm stupid. You know, I walked and walked and walked, and I just kept going and just kept going. I did smartly. No, see, I can't even take credit for this. I was going to say I stopped for dinner, and I had a proper dinner at a restaurant. And I was really craving seafood pasta, and that's what I had. But I can't take credit for it because, quite frankly, I walked by this restaurant, and this lady just kind of looks at me and says, "Oh, you're hungry? Come inside." I'm like, "Oh no, I'm just looking," you know, kind of thing. She's like, "No, come inside. It's really good. It's really good." Okay, so you know, and it was good. It was very good, and quick and all that kind of stuff. I've also noticed they have a bunch of like fast food pasta. Like not in the sense like, you know, like the grossness of fast food, but because it's like healthy fresh pasta. Because when pasta's fresh, it only takes like 2 minutes to cook, right? 2-3 minutes. So they've got a couple of those places, or quite a few of those places around. So I'm gonna have to check that out. That seems to be the food. But Thursday or Friday, I specifically signed up for a food walking tour, like a street food walking tour, because I enjoyed the one I took in Palermo, but I also found it really interesting because I'm going to be able to, rather than me try to guess where everything is, they're going to take me right to the street food, and they're going to take me right to the places where I should be looking, right? Then on Saturday, I signed up for a market tour and cooking class. So I'm going to learn Venetian cooking. I don't know what that is yet. I would imagine it's very similar to most of the Italian cooking that I've made so far, but that will mean 4 cities, 4 cooking classes. So, you know, I should be able to cook by now. And my apartment's awesome. It's small. I'll make a video of that one of the slower days, but it's small. It's probably smaller. Well, I think it's a little bigger than the hotel room I stayed in Naples. But it didn't have a kitchen or anything. But it's small, but it's so cute and cool, and it's right on a canal, like right on a canal. I made a joke earlier this afternoon that if I was a sleepwalker, I'd have to really make sure that door is closed, because I'd walk right into a canal, like 2 steps, open the door, blink. Which is awesome. Like, where else can you do that, you know? And I'm so glad I splurged too, because I mean, I didn't buy the cheap Airbnb, because I wanted to be in the heart of it, just like, you know, just like in Florence, just like in Naples, just like in Palermo. But I also wanted, I wanted something, you know, like Florence had the Duomo, you know, at the window. And this afternoon I watched a gondola just like go by the front window. It's like, yeah, that's what I want. You know, so I'm here for 27 days now after today. I'm heading home on April 13th. That's the end of the trip. I'm going back home. No surprise visit destinations or anything like that, because as most of you probably aware, you have a 90-day visa-free stay in the European Union, which on April 13th will be my 90th day, so I got to get out. So, you know, less than the last minute I decide to go to, like, I don't know, Turkey or something. But anyway, I gotta go home, and I am missing home. I am missing Nancy in particular, but I have a lot more adventuring to do. I've got a couple work days the next couple days, but then the weekend, and I'm gonna figure out how to navigate this city. They do have these, they have like official water taxis. And I've forgotten the name now too. But they also have like water buses, basically. And they have a fancy, Venetian name that I've forgotten. But they seem pretty expensive. Like €7 a day. And I think I have to go somewhere tomorrow to figure out what's the most economical way to do that if I'm going to be here for a month. But yeah, I mean, I have to walk because there's nowhere to buy tickets, but like to get back to the island, I could swim, I suppose. That would be gross and stinky. But yeah, I have to actually walk like quite a distance that way, probably a good like 15 minutes that way, then cross back and then over there. But my apartment is on the other side. Like, I'm doing it again. Can't do it backwards. Try it again. It would be further past San Marco there. I'll figure out how to do these water taxis. Apparently they run like 24 hours. So, and there's a bunch of islands to explore. There's this one that I'm on. The big Basilica Santa Maria is behind me, but it's all boarded up. So originally I came here to get photos of it, but it's all boarded up with scaffolding and stuff. So it's not really worth the photo right now. But yeah, I'm just going to be exploring. So I'm rambling now because I'm really tired, because it's been a travel day and it's been quite a day. And like I said before, I did something silly and just, kept going and kept going and kept going, instead of taking a reasonable rest. So I will stop rambling now and take a few photos and figure out how to get back. Yeah, so somebody won some Davids, and I guess I'll figure out who. Just randomly choosing some names out of a hat or whatever. So I will talk to everybody tomorrow. As per usual, a domani, arrivederci, and ciao.